program with economy with a meet you from True Talk 98.5 FM, All Out Radio 92.9 FM, Anza Radio 96.9 FM, and Voice of the East 88.9 FM. We economy in a program with the for tell you but the thing that will happen inside the country we get for do with business, finance, and the economy. Inside the program today, we topic of discussion about how the Standard Bureau in food measuring system actually the impact trade and the impact them ordinary consumers them we actually they deal with the system. Now SLSB when at the Sierra Leone Standards Bureau now one important institution where they make sure say all the measurements them way the people them they use na the country correct and consistent. They're responsible for check weights and for measure them and for calibrate machine them where them they use na lab and factory them and for approve the different metric system them where we they use inside trade and industry. SLSB also they work for make sure say business them fair, especially with essential things like rice, palm mine, and for bring standardized container them and scale them for make all man go able use them. Na them na the main body na the country where they look after proper measurements, where important for fair trade and for protect consumer them and help the economy develop fine one. Tuesday, October 29, 2024, during the Ministry of Information and weekly press briefing, the Deputy Executive Director for Standards Bureau, Mr. Jogoba, been actually announced say them go begin use new standardized cups them na the market for measured things like rice, palm mine, sugar, and pepper. But from where they make that announcement, they up till now, we not see traders them they use this measuring system here. In fact, we know they see them they use the measuring cups themselves. It was the hope of the ordinary Sierra Leonean say then go get this uniformity in how then they measure prices them, how then they measure commodities them, and that all prices then go be one regardless of the market where you they go. Today, we get at the studio the public relation officer for Sierra Leone Standards Bureau. We will come talk to we on how much progress they don't make, and for tell we more on the adventure the way them being take. Yes, sir, you can tell Fambule Madu.
Fambule Muna, good evening. Mina Solomon Rogers, Mina the public relations officer, Sierra Leone Standard Bureau.
Okay, and inside the program today, if you want to join we or if you get any question for ask but waiting they happen na the economy, feel free for send text message to we or call on the number 076 641 729 076 641 729. The number again now 072 641 729 072 641 729, or with Facebook live page you can go there when at True Talk FM and you they catch a live streaming of the program where they go on right now. No way they bring the program to you today. My own name na Bimba Kamara. Remember you see this program here will take you till 8 p.m. So now go no side as we bring you information where they until them where they happen at the business, finance, and economic sector at the country. Just stay by your radio set forget all the latest updates them where we get. Like I tell you just now, inside the program today, we go talk about how the Standards Bureau food measuring system actually they impact trade and consumers them. And so we guest for today when Mr. Solomon Rogers, when the public relations officer of Sierra Leone Standards Bureau, will come actually shed light on waiting at the latest developments we don't happen from October, with them being actually announced then go get like this uniformity inside measuring and also go be a major price determinant all across the country. If you they join the program, make sure say you able for contribute your voice either by calling us or for actually follow we program on we Facebook page. Now we go actually come to the start of the program. First of all, Mr. Solomon Rogers, we want to let you tell Fambulem waiting on an institution, waiting at the role we on an institution they play in the country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Well, the Sierra Leone Standard Bureau na an institution where the government of Sierra Leone be set up in 1996 as a quality infrastructure, right? And over the years, it done they do a lot, you see. In fact, after that act be passed into law, it actually come into operation in the year 2000. And the year 2010, they be passed another act for weight and measurement, when that Metrology Act, when I really they tackle issues with regarding weight and measurement, you see, they incorporate that into the very act, you see. But Standard Bureau actually get a lot of get components them. You get the conformity assessment component, where that component they very key in responsible for the get food and non-food samples and test them for see if they fit for purpose before ever then they give them clearance for go on the market or whatsoever, you see. Don Standard Bureau also they develop standards them, you see. Then standard and then like a prescription for determine quality, right? Now like experts them, university, lecturers, then they all can come together, they work on the standards, you see. Yeah, because the standard now they determine the quality of any product, you see. Now the prescription, you see. Then we get this metrology department. Metrology now the science of weight and measurement. Mind you, Standard Bureau a highly scientific institution, we get a lot of laboratories, you see. So methodology aspects really they handle issues like measurement and weight. And over the years, then they do a lot. Like you rightly mentioned that they go out on an annual basis, then they do calibration of scales, other measuring instrument, then they go around the petrol station all over the country, you know, the registered one, you know. Yeah, then they calibrate all the pump, you know, and see if they fit for purpose, so that they go give them seal, so that they go continue for operate, you see. So Standard Bureau they do a lot, you see. And mind you, all of what we they do, they actually help for improve the safety and health of the general public, you know. Because if we know really they conduct them tests then they and determine the quality of the food stuff when they go out on the market, you know, it will cause disaster. Most of them food product then they out there, they are contaminated, and contaminant issues then will they really fit. So if we not address them, people then go sick and die, you see. So if really I can say government they pay much attention to Sierra Leone Standard Bureau, the issue of sickness here and there, people that they pay money go overseas for medical treatment, you know, it will be thing of the past, you see. Because Standard Bureau can able address them, because most of the issues then we get for do with outbreak here and there, na food related issue and water related issues then, you see. Because we get a lot of contaminant issues then. And now we they test them food, and then now we they test them then on food items, and they including waters. So I can tell you for free, say the bureau they do a best. It's not easy, but we they try.
Alright, so other than the fact, see, the testing system when they actually be able for regulate, or at least they help the government for able for tackle them public health challenges them where they come inside, where the measuring parts, waiting at the actual importance of the need for let we follow a standardized measuring system na the country, waiting at the benefits we go bring for the country.
Yes, well, this the introduction of this new standardized uniformity measurement, it's not new. You see, in fact, some people then they narrowly misconstrue them as if na political thing, but it's not. You know, this issue of metrication, national metrication, started way back in 2011, right? Yeah, during the past political administration. Now this issue yeah come up. So I mean, in the past they do a lot of campaign, publicity, awareness raising, you know. Yeah, but they started up with petroleum products.
Okay.
Mind you, in those days, na gallon we dey use, na gallonage we been dey go use na the station. The way you go, you carry 1 gallon, they give 1 gallon whatsoever. But the then government demand fit for say no, not to all man can able afford a gallon. Now wetin you pocket can afford. So they bring in this metric system. Now you gonna then fuel stations and they it's working perfectly. It started off, I mean, with a lot of crucibles, problems and they here and there, because it not be easy for let the dealers and even the consumers and for acceptance. But with time they don't used to it, and now they are enjoying it. You get me? Because you can go now if you want 1 liter for go fuel your generator, you can afford them. Yeah, it's no longer 1 gallon. You see, so now the beauty of that, you see, it they make, I mean, you get something where your pocket can speak to, right? Yeah, so that they very key. It they help the consumer, it they help the business people at the same time. You get me? Though they help government because you go must get your revenue or you go must get your small tax. You get me? Though at the same time, this one, the introduction of recent, in fact, now last year, I mean, towards the end of last year, no, towards the end of 2023, the trade minister being really commissioned this new standardized measurement system, right? Yeah, it is part of the national metrication system. The way commissioner, we been really they put things in place until very recently under the new leadership of Dr. John Paul Kaisam, we begin the rolling out, you see. But we not just start, we go impose on people, you see. You know, say we do communication, most times you get for engage people there, face to face. We don't do a lot of stakeholders.
Sorry, this new metric system we dey talk about, wetin exactly cover? Now the same as the one way the minister been announced inside 2024 October at the press conference where he said then they get this one measuring system for rest, for per mile, or are we talking about something different?
Naim, you see, it's nothing different from that.
Okay, so how far it don't go
you see,
implement?
so now they say now the implementation stages them. You see, we don't get a lot of stakeholders engagement. We don't get the business people, the market people them one to one. We don't engage them. We don't explain to them because most of them, I mean, they find it very difficult. But continuous, I mean, sensitization, I mean, engagement can make them understand. You know, the traders union, the business council, and the market women executive, we don't meet with them constantly. We don't meet with the city council, the Freetown City Council, the mayor, Ivo Akisoya. We don't meet with them. We don't explain to them. Instead, by the idea, we don't meet with the rural council chairman and Cashew Holland Cool. Instead, by the idea. In fact, yeah, where we start this year, now the rural council we go. Rural District Council, Western Rural District Council. When we go, we explain to them, they buy the idea. When we begin this rollout, we see, say, I mean, them be really, the momentum be high. Because you see, say, the market woman, then they come in their numbers for come buy the cup. You see, so that tells you that, you know, then they appreciate or gradually then they understand the importance of this new metric system because we want for hook up with the global community. We say now metric system all over the world. Even Guinea near here, they see from time immemorial na kilo system. They don't begin to practice and we now with the I mean beginner, but I mean, we they continuously engage people there, we they continuously sensitize, you see. So we don't go far.
So yes, that's a very important and very good point, sir. So the ordinary Sierra Leonean now with the past we go to hear you, there are complaints. In fact, I want the topic for today. So from where them mean say they introduce these new cups them yourself, them standard measuring cup them yourself as instruments them for uniformize and unify measuring system na the country. They're not even see the cup them yet na the market. So it they make the wonder as an ordinary Sierra Leonean how far we really don't go in achieving what we want to achieve with a metric system being say the cup they not can itself or we not get that one uniformity yet. Sorry, we not get uniformity yet inside we pricing system. Sorry, inside we measuring system.
Well, I can tell you for free. Now, from last year, we don't begin to distribute them company through the various market executives and the traders union, the traders council, the chair ladies of all the markets. Then they, mind you, we get up to over 140 market structures now this western area alone. So we don't make sure say we don't distribute across, you see. But the feedback most of what they get from them, they say the people that say they don't understand how the thing they go and all of that. So as a result of that, we even be called a whole conference or meeting. We say the market people they all come, they full up with all. We did with buyers, we demonstrate how it they go. You get me? Yeah, so that they not go lost. Then fear is, waiting them go gain and all of that one day. And some of the can tell we say, no, if we they count new cup, we count, we put the prices then down. But I remember me boss said and say, no, not to we they determine the prices then at the country. We own rule now for more ensure say there is fairness in trade and general commerce. You get in general trade and commerce. You get me? Fairness in the sense, you go buy one cup rest, if for be one cup rest, you see, you forget value for money, you see, you for satisfy the consumer, you see, in as much as you self they do business, you the trader for make profit, you equally get the right, you owe obligation to the consumer for letting say get that kind of satisfaction. They say no, this one cup I buy, and exact one cup I eat to my satisfaction, but not to what we really want to avoid na a situation because people that be on the grumble all over this one. Where you go to market, they put candle in a cup, then they grease the cup in mortar ground and all of that. So now we want stop. Right? So we really want to stop the discrepancies and then cheating, the corruption, and then at the marketplaces. So now we want to bring this unified measurement, you see. And we don't go far, you see. We be done the distributor, but most of them, they're not been the really, fall for the for the innovation. So what happened recently, we called another meeting of the leaders and the trader union leaders, then they come with the market women executive, they all come. So waiting at this issue. But then they tell you, they say some of them they don't buy the cup, they even keep and they know the user. You get me? Yeah. They say it's like government want force something and they don't understand. You get me? So we don't demand fit more asking, well, what do you want? What do you advise? And the tell we say, well, this thing, the way it stands so, it fine, more we use some form of enforcement. If I polite enforcement we need for that. You get me? So we be done, partner with Sierra Leone Police, the Freetown City Council, the Waterloo District Council, all of that one, they will be done partner with them. So now, where would they go out, especially in the urban areas, then would they go with the police then? Now they say the cop. We not say may you go arrest or may you not go seize anybody in market. But for the mere fact that now they see police with you, they see them they buy, we they see them they put the cop at the table there. You see, yeah, last week we are all over the place. We go now Poti market, Calbaton market, we can Dove Court na ya. You see, yeah, you see the all in the rush for buy the cup because they see law enforcement officers and they in our midst we then they sell the cup, then they appeal to the owner buy this cup. This na new formula where government don't come with. They find out all day on one page. So they don't begin to cooperate small, and we get for continue, we get for roll out across the city from here with the help for the provinces.
Right. So in the aspects of ensuring fairness and for inclusivity on at the top part, how Standards Bureau they coordinate with them custom or trade officials them for ensure say them people them with the import goods them Canada country the one the way they go buy US boku buy back for Kamsel and themselves they meet national food measurement standards them instead of that ordinary market woman na market when I buy cup in they go sell them. How wanna they make sure say them back where they import them food there, then self meet food measurement standards them.
Well,
for fairness sake.
Yeah, of course. Well, in fact, yeah, I forgot to mention destination inspection unit within a Sierra Standard Bureau. In fact, now the first point of call, una wataki we office day idena gbalamuya. We don't even now they try to get office na Makeni and Bo and even Kenima na the regions. You get me? Because for any goods where they go, we office for be the first point of call. Because now then go able to determine inspect you product where they can into the country or the way they go out of the country. You get me? You see, because mind you, we want for compete at international level with product the way they come on here. Therefore, pass through Standard Bureau, we do the necessary tests. If they're good for purpose, yeah, we issue certificate. That certificate, we see we don't certify. You can go to all over the world. You can compete at international market. You see, so I mean, we do a lot, and that DI office, destination inspection unit, in really day for that one day for every goods where they come into this country. Now we not the first point of call we get for inspect them and see if it worth it, and we get for check the background and everything before we allow for come na the market. Even the fear the petroleum product them where they can at this country. They not they come offshore if we team not go inside there, na the tank, then conduct test on the shore, the tank then where they you see, yeah, then they conduct all of them tests, then they determine the quality of the fuel. They can test in a laboratory, then determine as to whether it is of good quality or not. If it is of good quality, then they issue certificate of clearance for make come on the market. If it is of poor quality, we they reject them. You know the offload and here. You can't go back with say pull up. You see, until you meet, I mean you comply. You see? So all of that one day. So equally so, in as much as then the importers and the import them goods in this country, now we don't even get a kind of meeting with them. We don't tell them say all man forget scale na in store or in warehouse.
Okay.
And then scale then they equally so we meteorology team they can go around on a routine basis, on a yearly basis, all over. They can go I mean calibrate and they calibrate and they verify them. If it good, then they put seed there, right? Yeah, then give certificate before ever you begin to use them. Otherwise, would they condemn and say no, it's not good. Bring other scale. You see? So all of that one day. So we don't tell them that one day, they for now know. And we tell the business people the way they go buy now, then warehouse. If you go in a store, we not get scale. Because then be the equally grumble say, most times so they can go buy the rest. By the time then they reach with na their shop, I mean it can don't reduce power. You get me? Yeah, it can under measure. So we don't tell them say if you go there you not miss scale, not buy it. You see? When you miss scale, you make sure they put on top of the scale, then scale and well, you see them for yourself before ever you buy. You see? And equally so, the drivers union them, we don't talk to them. Make them talk to the drivers there and the apprentice there that whenever they load from the warehouse or from the store to the shop, make dem get somebody wey dey at the back wey dey monitor, so that then Juma wey dey around no go chook am and pull the rest, because that could be a problem too. So all of that one day we don dey do the engagement then dey. See, we don't go really far. You see, yeah, in as much as we dey try for roll out, a lot of things then they will be done do na the background.
I see say inside the work una don't do not to just the consumer them that under measurement when them go and give them, if them they sell give them things them, but overpricing self una can be able to tackle at the market based on then avenues that they own they take. Waiting me concern for no next now that in case, because you talk say some man, if consumer go to amend them and not meet scale, let him not buy the penalties them there for people that we know for match on food measurement standards them. Anybody we not get skill for use for measuring goods them, for example.
Well, yeah,
any penalty there for them kind people them?
Well, I can tell you for free. I'm not going to tell you say if we get specific penalty. You get me? But equally so, we dey work with the Consumer Protection Commission.
Okay.
Where we dey work as one. If we find out say you not do the needful, then we go instruct them for go seal your store, so that you not go sell. You get me? You see? Yeah, I think they don't have to give them that right, and now we and then they work. You see? So if we still say, yeah, you not do this and this and this, then you know say there's separation of power. We get what they look for. You see, if you not do this, yeah, we still get the right, but then and then for go see the store. Remember, we then substandard errors them, they all over this place. Yeah, then we go around and go lock the stores them. You see? Yeah, we can go do with measurement to measure the length of the iron rod. We measure the thickness, then the diameter of the iron rod. We go check them. But we see if it reach the standard or the quality we required. Yeah? But if you know it's a couple people that begin to complain here and there, then we self go bring in consumer protection, then self go there and they will go lock the shop so that you not go sell until you do the needful.
How una can they do monitoring them and for check for compliance in the markets? Una can get regular inspections or una they get public awareness them for carry them out? How una they do them?
Well, we get a mandate for do surveillance, market surveillance, okay. Right? Yeah. And I think recently we team don't begin to go out. We don't start with them water factories and because we see say most of them get taste, most of them, you know, they're not even they up to waiting the environment. I mean a poor and all of that one day, right? Myself being a person we are very more curious about that because at one point in time, now we start the Ministry of Water Resources, the new ministry, we then detach them from the Ministry of Energy and Power, me not be the communication officer. So we they go around this country, they go and do, I mean, geophysical survey. You see, more we see the distance of your water facility from the cemetery, the distance of your water facility from the dustbin, the distance of the water facility from your toilet and all of that. We go around this country and check all over, you see, for more determine. Because, I mean, now then issues and they cause a lot of, I mean, outbreak, cholera, diarrhea and that kind of thing and they, you see. Yeah, because other community they see people they go to the bushes, they go defecate, they go shit there. So the water can even wash the entire go dump inside the stream. Most of people then they drink. You get me? Or the water well safe within near. You see, so all of that one day. So we be the check. So we get a lot of surveillance where they go on now. Yeah, with team. I mean they don't begin the surveillance, the water facilities, the water factories then. Because them but who get the machine one then we not register. So then they all over the place with the firm way for identify them all. You yourself a journalist. If you identify anyone, just call Mr. Rogers. One this recently, I think this Saturday he called me Donald. He been then a Citizen newspaper. But in then that what I asked, they say Mr. Rogers, una no dey do una work. I don discover boku factories na this area. I mean, I no fit say dem register this and that. You know, when you go there, they will tell you say agawami man a standard bureau here and there. I say, well, it's not to my knowledge. Na im make we don put people there out there, they go and check. You see, yeah. So we dey do surveillance, oh, yeah. And this market, we don begin this. I mean, thing wey we dey push this unified measurement. I mean, it's going to be a continuous process. We get for the monitors. We get for the monitor on a weekly basis. We get for the monitor, and we go make sure say we work with the relevant, I mean, institution, the city council and the district councils. Then make them help for monitor, because at least then get the mandate and get metropolitan police then where they go around daily. Now then they go and take tax, this and that. So then can even use that opportunity for monitor, make sure say then get with couple at the table. Any other couple then they mean they forget rid of her. You see, because one get unified measurement. It's very difficult for now, because some be the grumble say some market can is say no, they accept this cup here and there. Most of can tell them say now you word against the word. As long as we not continue for use this one, where they can at this cup then they meet, they not get option and then go buy with. You get me? Yeah. I say so no begin to defeat yourself. You see, you continue for put time. Say now this government say will all for use. You see, with time all man go adjust, all man go used to it. So no begin to tell we say where they can they not go agree by and this and that. I say when they not go why they not agree by, because the other man get other, I mean, half cup under the table where they sell with this and that. I say if you meet your company, they sell with that. Stop and say no, this not the new cup. More or use this one and government don't introduce. I say, but if you not allow this, they use this they use that. And the way they self can, if you they use the standard cup, then they go to that other cup we be not used to. That imperial or old cup you go to her. I say so now we all the put we show that to the wheel. More ensure say this thing we all begin to use, and with time all man go adapt. You see? Yes.
Interestingly, you mentioned something around outbreaks. Then say, una dey for protect consumer health and for make sure say waiting the thing them when they put out there, they actually make sure say we're not able to get things like cholera or them outbreak them. It make my mind go to the conformity assessment, so you be measured as one of the things them una they do. How una they make sure say the measurements the mona they do, as well as the testing the mona they do, actually they support consumer health and safety way for make sick them not break out because of the products them they bring Canada the country.
Well, I make laws and then at this country, right? Yeah, because of late I can see some man can balance, then get the other different arrangement then and say Sarwako, this and that. But me work now Ministry of Water Resources. I mean be a supersede Sarwako, Guma and all of that one day as I be everything. They not get right, for test water where they go on the market. You get me? They only get right for source. We get soft water and hard water. Now hard water, then the source, then bring come to the dam. From the dam, it go to the treatment plant. We go to the treatment plant. Now then they use the chlorine and the other reagent, and they then do the young bit. You see, for go out there for consumption. They not get that mandate for they go and take money from people then here and there. They say una can't test and then packet. They not get that mandate do. I don't know who that give them the mandate. Me only know say Sierra Leone Standard Bureau na get the mandate. You see that anybody when they manufacture water, whether chachet or tutik, you get for can go na Sierra Leone Standard Bureau. I think na be on a within after every 6 months for the do am. You see, but I think say plans they on the way for more even reduce them to 3 months. You get me? Yeah. And if possible, sometimes now we go take the sample. They will not allow me, you can match we. We get all of them plans and they in place, and you go come into action very soon. So they receive the samples, when they come, we get with microbiology laboratory, we get with food chemistry laboratory, then get all them devices, them equipment, and the way then they use, they get a microscope, the way then they use for test then water then dey. Wey dem test am, if dem pass the test, then do they issue certificate to them. Don't then now go to, Energy and Water Regulatory Commission. Then say they get the own between them, they do don't they issue license to them before they begin to operate. Now so it for be. You see, yeah, we not dey just test and whatsoever. If you want begin water factory, let's go ahead. No, you see, you get for come to we from we, you they now move with the send you go on the Energy and Water Regulatory Commission. Then say go do the own bit. Then from there, then go issue license to you for me go operate the water factory. But even as you dey operate the water factory, after every 6 months, you for still count your water for more tester. You can't pay specific amount, na small amount, you see, because we na government, we no dey charge. We pay, then you go through test.
What amount, sir?
No, small amount. I'm not going to give you specifically on here.
Okay,
you see,
okay.
yeah.
So, Famulem, if you just dey join, we still actually the guy for understand the work with the standards they actually do at the country and how far they don't go in implementing the new standardized measurement systems them, where they be announced in the undertake inside October last year. So at 7:40 we open the phone line. We go open the phone line and with the hope say people then go contribute them voice to the program where they go on now. The number for call now 072 641 729 072 641 729. We they go on a break and when we come back with the receive phone calls them. Fambulemuna, welcome back. If you just join, we there with Mr. Solomon Rogers inside the studio as we talk about the work with the standards bureau actually they do na the country and then plan for unravel this new standardization measurement system all over the country with for help not to just consumers them but also the producers them of the goods them whether they are across the markets them na salon. We've been the talk on the work with them actually they do. We want to understand. Hello, caller. You name and who side they call from?
Hello.
Yes, caller. You name and who side they call from?
Yeah, I call from Bo.
Okay. You name, sir?
It's my chief Peniki. I come up from Kwame by Plain Kingdom.
Okay.
I talk for standard bureau now. Then we do what that. Then when our program to go for
On our own water?
we the fresh water we get here now. And then when we talk about standard bureau, so for people they come on now go with the good fruit with the Don River. Now so you get frequent schools, blah blah blah. So what are you people doing for Megda water Kwame by Crane or even Don River from Bodapi, Tego?
Oh, okay, well, Mr. Rogers don't actually hear your question. They can't go light on them quickly, sir.
Huh?
Mr. Rogers don't hear you. The guests in the studio don't hear you. If they can't answer your question, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Yes, so if it's kind for understand, you hear the question. He is actually saying if una
Yeah, we they cover them. Yeah, now that is the try for say. Well, like I tell you, Gigi's no. We they try for set up office now, Bo, Kenima, Makeni for the serve the provinces.
Hold that thought, sir. Hello, caller. Your name and who side they call from?
Yeah, Johnny.
Sorry, we know they get you fine.
I name Johnny.
Okay, Mr. Johnny. The name and who side they call from?
I they call Freetown Central.
Oh, okay. Yes. What's your contribution to the program?
Well, I left the program and I let Mr. Rogers explain the details. I think, most of them are there with themselves now. We just take the risk to drink up. But we not even feel any medication for the water, no treatment. Just like empty well water, and some well water that they say we use in the community. Some people are not treated. So I want to know how they go to communities for inspect them well water how we drink. If not strictly on business line, but people the way to tell them to get well that the compound way with the good way with 1,000 or 2,000 for water, where it's not properly treated. So the risk for drinker. Then if they forget a permanent arrangement with Cuba, when I forget tankers, then for them commercial water business people there. Hello?
Yeah, we they get you. Continue.
Yeah, for them commercial water business people there. When they would supply the water, then get a tank. Whether for the store this water treated already by Cuba, so that they would package them for the service. But the happens so, it's going to be very difficult because that 6 months or 3 months for one check is like the right water it's too long. They could do anything in between that time day, because they don't say after 6 months they can. Just then 3 months they go take them, go wait to boil up, then they will put them, they make the filtration, they don't get expensive for filtration, but they get reduced them all the way down to the factor. So what I think is the taste is still taste for the water. So dear Mr. Rogers, a bit, we are dressed how we are spread on a net wide and far so that we are able for, don't get this multi-sectoral, cooperation with regard how we are for this water, Sanwako, Una, and others, so that we will get, safe water for the community. Because if they are too great, most of them are too water, they get that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kola.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't ready to call us them waiting and chiming inside the program. What you get for about Dandy?
Well, yes. From this last caller, yeah, I can understand. Yeah, the legitimate concern it raised that actually we need to proper checking, if possible, the duration of that testing for reducing to 3 months or even below 3 months. You see, which is great. I will take that message to my office, to the headquarters. I go tell me boss then. May they understand, say, yeah, this is not the concern of the people then. Yes, indeed.
How about from the chief from Bo?
Yeah.
They ask what you actually they do, but their own consumer safety for them water them, or una mandate not reach to them.
No, we mandate it across the country. We be really constrained, but we they do everything humanly possible for more make sure say we presence they all over the country.
What's are the challenges them on they face in actually implementing on our duties all across the country?
Of course, saying a resource constraint. You see, yeah, we not be don't get offices sitting at the provinces because of resource constraint. We not be getting that kind of money done for even recruit staff them for men and go out there. You see. Yeah, we need a lot of resources. Yeah, but we don't already secure office spaces. Very soon we will relocate. We personnel and other office space so that then go they handle the provincial issues. You see, but that notwithstanding, we NGO partners then they work at the various communities and then they work. In collaboration with the Ministry of Water Resources. For any reason, if they want dig water well, then go can at the ministry. The directorate of the ministry, again officials there, where they do, then go look at the water quality. We say they dig the water well, now then they can tell you, when then a Minister of Water Resources, you get for do geophysical survey. We get for go on the ground. Minister of Communication, we they go on the ground. We determine if this water where they dig, this place here ideal. If it is 50 meter away from the toilet, we dey check all of that. If it is 100 meters away from cemetery or graveyard,
And whose location them wanna been cover that particular geophysical survey?
across this country.
Okay, so it come back to the question of if una
Yeah,
actually
that was
do
Ministry
for-
of Water Resources.
Oh,
you
okay,
see,
not to standard
not to
bureau.
standard bureau.
Okay.
You see, we maybe then Minister of Water Resources, right? I don't work in their sectors, and the common water resources are going to Minister of Health.
So, standards bureau, how many sound actually get present? How many districts in the country?
I can tell you for free, with presence effect in Freetown, I think, and Cambia, down at the Balamuya border. You see, and we need for the all over.
Just
because
Freetown in Cambia?
yes, the Balamuya border. Yeah, but we are supposed to be everywhere because we get a lot of porous crossing point there across this country. Yeah, we get more than 500, if I not lie. You see, yeah. So we need for the everywhere.
Una resource allocation. We talk about constraints. Now from government, una can they get resources them?
Standard Bureau na government agency.
So how una can they get resources? Yearly, not to government can they allocate budgets for una funding?
Na government can allocate, right? Government can allocate to we. You see.
So how the resource constraints they be the funds need?
well-
Local, you name it. Who say they call from?
Yeah, Mr. John again.
Okay.
Mr. Rogers, I want to make you address the issue of multi-sectoral cooperation with Sawako, Guma, so that they can help them when they want to sell this water by suggest them in terms of treated water for the pump and the tank. Make sure that they get tank and then production sites them. When they for the pump this water, we're already treated with by Guma. They are just leaving them at their own peril for go to the streams and go boil and whatnot. This is my point, Mr. Rogers.
All
I
right.
want you for making push that forward. You know, it's very, very important. Thank you, sir.
So actually, they get the color in points them where they bring inside.
Yeah.
That, I mean, government need for because functional.
Now they say.
Standard
Yeah, you
Bureau
remember?
for by itself.
You remember? And the last caller talked the same thing, but I got for take am back in the office and tell me, boss,
Na
so
the same
that
person na him
yeah, oh na him call.
Yeah, Mr.
So
Daniel
that
Asensio.
we na very key salient point that one day. It is key. You see, me say go get for tell me, boss, so that more see how best we can able, partner or collaborate with the water companies, then the Guma, Salwako, so that most of them people then they in a certain places where they get the water factories. Instead of them they go dig rotten water well or go source water from untreated well, men them go they buy to them. You see, even though I know say Guma is challenged, yeah, because most of the pipeline where they lead to them place and they are rusty and they are not in good order, and at the same time
Because another
the
caller.
Bowsers then where they be done by.
Hello, caller. You name and who say they call from?
Yes, sir. Good evening again.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
I dey just see them and this man they talk about Freetown no more. But me know talk for Freetown. Let's think about the position of place like Usai they say they don't go na Cambia district. We not get fresh water inside Bond district. We not get we get fresh water inside Bond district, but Bond town we not get fresh water. We go to an extent, then wisdom can mean one thing the way them in the try to put. Outside them we go make them borehole there. But along the line, if you take the whole of Babno to Babolo, whatever, up to even Bunda Peace, 10 people there, they can't watch that. When you see like what that number of people who they go now go, it's so good that to an extent we not even get. They not get water where or them in there where they make like the one where they not make na Bond town.
So This caller, I think that the first one will be called from Bobak. In concern is that yes, we understand say una they get resource constraints, but you see governments need for be cross functional. Standards Bureau need for the able for work with another agency with the inside both, for example, where they work on water resources.
When I make a tell you say
safety measures and standards.
Now make a tell you
if the resource constraints there on the part of Standard Bureau, then for able to work with other agencies.
Now make a tell you say we don't put mechanism in place. We they try for raise money and for more get offices na Bo Kenima Makini so that we can able to serve the other communities and they and equally so this thing we in the talk the rural communities you get me you know na Salwako na in they handle the rural communities Salwako water company na in they handle the rural communities right Guma na in they handle the Freetown central and urban and rural, right? So the thing where they talk about those places then, Salwako presence they done the Ministry of a presence in all the districts, then the Ministry of Water Resources, the Directorate of Water Resources, then all the district then at this country. I don't work at the all as I be there, then get their own laboratories then they do tests. Whether NGO one go because we know say now water where the most of them they get, whether NGO one go dig water where if they come, take with personnel, then wash. We call them wash officer. Yeah, if they can't take them now the Directorate of Water Resources, then go there and go test the water, go do that geophysical survey around and see say the place ideal is good for many dig water where they run and they take the water the brown can and in fact then on a regular basis they go test. You know civil servant there now. You know they even tell them that's still under the one work on a regular basis they go test whether you like it or not. You see,
Mr. Rogers,
yeah.
On a scale
we Standard Bureau, we they try for scale up. I mean, one get visibility all over this country, but we they start with Bo Kenima and Makini. When once we did it, we go they reach out to the other places. Then all you see, yeah, we still go back up. We will work with them.
Mr. Rogers, you say Standards Bureau been non begin the work from Usiasa.
Where they established Standard Bureau? 1996, but it really operationalized in 2000.
In 2000,
yeah.
And from that time day to now, you know things say the ordinary asylum man when they within Freetown, where all these years when they wanna work me non they focus on where na Cambia then they like within that chief say so or where the inside central so and that cross functional implementation owner for they do with other agencies them for make sure say they not get that still water where then they drink. You know things say when I don't they play the service to them.
Well, we not play this service. We are serviceable to everybody.
So how is it now say from 1996 to 2000?
Because we get the concentration of the water factories in the city, and most of them water then they go up country. So if you get water now, we process and we test and pass through the test and it pass, then they can go upline. So people then they use that. Then to take water all then at the provinces, and who side then they go test and now to we. You see, then go this, that, and all of that one day. Even grafting now to we they go test them.
So where do you want them when in the okay, we don't get a caller. Yes, caller, you name and who side they call from?
Mr. John again, Mr. Johnny.
Mr. Johnny from Central.
Yes, Mr. Rogers, you will talk about iron rod.
We don't lost that caller there. Mr. Johnny, you really get interested in the work with Standard Bureau.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with them on them now, we actually the operating side, say put local, we not so yard in the pool and Gulf mineral water and go salami and that. When I yard then they actually produce their own water, then get their own
Gulf mineral water, they all over. You see, gravity water they all over.
So we don't want them now, we don't get branch and fleet on a Kenema no more, they want go they operate on a Kaila no more they operate. I wanna they make sure say they meet safety standards them inside on a conformity assessment department.
Well, if you want to operate na Kaila, now make we give that length of time. you get for still take a kind of freedom for the meantime until we get, I mean, services na then provincial areas. But for now, you come within the next 6 months, you get for come back. You see, mind you, we self can go around and do surveillance. You see, I don't tell you so we don't begin now. We get for they go even upline. You see, if you get your water factory there, you are mandated for Court and Standard Bureau for now. You see, when we get, I mean, with all the resources the way we need, sometimes we go they go take ourselves. We don't need for ask anybody for car. Now we they go take our account tester. You see. Yeah, you just pay the fee and whatsoever. With the contest and do everything for you if it is good for purpose. Because we say second time we know the situation. We say you go take the best water can give you. The way you go begin to sell substandard water give people there.
So waiting at the bureau in future plans them for enhance the food measuring system, for enhance on our conformity assessments them on they do for make sure say all resources them way the ordinary salon man they use actually meet safety standards. With that power they can be no need for the one day again say, or that power they no need for the one day again say, but then people are there work na forget on no more focus on how we they reach we, or with that man with the central no go the one day again say but then they know they do a multi-sectoral work approach. We go make them partner with Salwaco or them partner with Guma for meet safety standards them for the water they will they buy in the drink. Waiting at the bureau in plan towards Stanley.
Well, certain things in there are not go talk because they are off record. But I tell you for free, we they about to get into public-private partnership agreement with I mean organizations or companies we credible around the world, so that themselves go help for boost we, you see. And just like I tell you, them pardon the way they under here and there, you know. I mean, we get a role for play. We get for serve this nation. So when like how they strive very hard, we will get resources, we get for the reach out to them whether they like it or not, and like them message them that multi-sectoral I mean partnership, I mean a very good initiative. We are on it, and this one they don't call we go partner with the water sectors. You see, because the last time one of the managing directors of them big water companies then Sarako Guma another specify
why you're protected.
A vex for me, he say, "Bo, Mr. Rogers, yeah," he say, he say, you ask question, yeah, you ask me question if we qualify for the test, then water then they around this and that. He said, you don't need for ask that question, and you see, yeah. I said, and I tell her, I said, because if we not qualify, why then when they sell water to people, then don't the same water they can for take and go back to we for more tester. I said, by right, if we not be so qualified, people they don't need for buy plastic water or to take water. As soon as supply, I saw them go to use them. I said, but we not qualify. We not they give portable water to people then. You see, that's why I answer. I said, we not give portable water to people then. I said, because at the end of the day, all man a plastic water or to take water with they drink. When I water pass for once and do other domestic cook with her. You see, so if he really frown at me, I said, no, but we are friends.